Hello everybody and welcome back to Code 4 Plays. We are here for some more Surviving Mars. Marking this grand occasion, we do have a Surviving Mars Remastered coming out very soon. So I know we jumped into a little bit of a series last time, but we're going to start a new series today, or back in Surviving Mars, but we are going to relaunch our campaign. We're going to jump in a much longer one and more prosperous as we attempt to conquer the stars. We are going to run International Mars mission. We could go Blue Sun. I do like these because you do get slightly more money per rare metals, a whole 5 million more. However, we are going to start with a fair amount more funding with International Mars mission, and we are going to start with more applicants as well. So double the applicants. However, all of these do have their own ups and downs, strengths and weaknesses. With the Blue Sun Corporation, we are going to get an RC harvester, transport a rover that can harvest concrete from regolith deposits. Not sure what that is. Corporate office employs workers and generates funds. Can buy applicants with funding. Additional rockets are significantly cheaper. Probes can discover deep. Alright, bonus tech, deep metal extractor. Alright. What do we get with this one? Ooh, Zeus rocket. Increased rocket payload, 70,000 kilos. Advanced Stirling generator. I think we want that. Colonists never get Earth-sick. Food supply from passenger rockets increased by 10. Rocket synthesized fuel. Start with a self-sufficient dome prehab. Recommended for first-time players. We are going to run with this one today. A slightly easier one. As for the mission sponsor, we are... Mission sponsor? Commander profile. I think we'll stick with rocket scientist. We are going to be starting with an extra rocket, and we will get the CO2 jet propulsion, unlock shuttle hub, and long-range transportation. Mars Express, we are going to continue with this logo, unless I see another one. I do like the one small step, curiosity. I've always liked this one, the final countdown. I do like that space communism. We have USA, China, India, International Mars mission. That's the one we are. We should use our sponsors logo. International Mars mission. No, we're not doing that. We are our own company. Final countdown it is. I think this is the same one as last time. Mystery, we're going to leave this on random. This is always an interesting one. I have completed Wildfire and Metatron, so we'll see which one we get. We are going to go random. Rival colonies, I do have this as a DLC. I can't remember if I had this last time or not. We're going to leave that on random. Game rules, let's have a look at this. I always like going into a little bit of detail here. No terraforming, no events. Chaos theory, tech fields are fully randomized. We want prefab colony. We do want that. Easy maintenance, achievements are disabled. No thank you, achievements disabled. Endless supply, no thanks. Trains are free and added to track when those are built. I will turn on simplified trains. I'm not a big fan of microing trains. Restricted footwalk? No, that's right. Fast rockets? No, we're going to leave that off. Fast scanning, I will turn that on. I hate scanning. Increased production? Yes, we are going to go for that. Iron colonists? No. More applicants for sure? Yes. However, what I do like to do... No disasters, no. See, this is where I make up for it. I do Armageddon, Dust in the Wind, not inflation. The Last Ark, no. Twister, I will do that. Yes. Meteor rating set to max. Winter is coming. All set to max. We are still on 100 difficulty. I turn that off. Far out. I do fast scanning as well. Prefab colony. I think that's good. We'll start with that. Pretty easy. Rename colony. Code 4. FOB, forward operating base. Let's go for code 4, forward operating. No. What's a good name? Colony 4. Colony 4. Colony 4. I think I like that. I like the sound of that. Colony 4. There we go. International Mars mission. Let's jump straight in. It makes it sound like the other 3 colonies weren't successful. Drone hub. Moisture evaporator. Stirling generator advanced. That is $800 million. That is a ridiculous amount of money. Oof. I think we're going to peel that off. We're going to pick up 2 of them instead. They're 400 million each. I'm not... Oh, it's the same price, isn't it? That probably produces more. We're going to leave that for now. Prefab buildings, we're going to leave that. RC Commander, yes, we want an Explorer, a Transport. I'm going to actually get rid of the Commander. We don't need that. RC Safari, no thanks. Drone, let's grab a couple more of them. bump that up to 16. Metals we don't need. Concrete we don't need. We'll get that on the surface. Food, not necessarily. Polymers, yes, yes. 4 orbital probes. Yeah, we can get by with that, I think. We can always call in more. We want max level... Oh, I can actually go... Hang on, I saw 165 difficulty there. What was that? Hang on. 170% difficulty. Steep. Well, let's go for a challenge. Is there anything else that's harder? Oh, I saw 180. Oh, somewhere here. Hang on. 170. 175. I swear there was 180. Oh, there it was somewhere here. Yeah, there we go. 180. No water. Alright, let's try this. I've got all this other stuff that makes it ridiculously easy. Let's bump up the difficulty. No water's going to be tough. We need 1 deposit. I'll have to make sure I turn mods off as well, everyone, because I have run the I forget the name of it. I think it's the automatic refill of deposits. That might be helpful if that's actually enabled. I'm not sure if it is. Welcome to Mars, Commander. Mission Control Log 1. Everyone in Mission Control is impatient to see the rocket touching down and unloading its precious cargo. Our remotely controlled eyes and hands on the red planet, the drones and rovers. Our goal is to secure a foothold for humanity by building the first Martian dome. This daunting endeavour will allow the brave pioneers, the founders, to settle on Mars and prove that the colony is sustainable. But until then, we have to make sure the colony has enough construction resources, water, oxygen, and power. Mission sponsor is International Mars Mission, Commander Profilers, Rocket Scientists. Let's jump in. Alright, we are going to start by deploying some orbital probes here to scan some of the topography. I'm seeing we've got a zone up here. I do like this elevated terrain here. There's a bit of a gap. Not a whole lot of resources. I'm thinking maybe we do a... is that cold? That's going to be frozen ground by the looks of things. Not a whole lot. We're going to have to do a lot of terraforming to get this to where we want to be. Yeah, this is very, very hilly terrain. That's alright. We'll make do with this zone up here. I do like this. Let's go 1. That's already scanned. 2, 3. And then I'm just thinking... maybe that one. There we go. That's it. That looks good. We'll dump our... Oh. We'll dump down our rocket here. R to rotate. We want to be in a zone of... that there over there, just where I'm putting... that is going to allow us to go into the underground. So I'm going to put that... I'm going to put us right there. That's a rare metals deposit as well. Pretty happy with that. Yeah, so underground entrance. We do have a rare metals... that's really good. That we'll be able to make some money with that later. We are going to pause the game immediately and jump into research. What have we got? Elevator we don't need. We're not going to worry about terraforming or recon and expansion at the moment. We are going to worry about biotech, engineering, robotics. Physics is good. I will be playing not necessarily wind turbines. We're not going to have a whole lot of polymers to start off. RC transports, yes, we're going to pick that up straight away. Rocket cargo increased by 10,000 for sure. We are then going to go 1, 2, and then pick that up. Terraforming and recon and expansion, not a top priority. Worst case scenario, we can pick up some of this for extra outsourcing, so extra research. We're not going to worry about that for the moment. Terraforming. So for those of you who don't know, I do have the terraforming DLC, so we can turn this all into a Martian paradise. We're going to sit tight for a minute, and we are going to set up our scanning. So we can just scan, see if there's any resources or anything like that. 4 anomalies. Well, we'll get to scanning those as soon as our rovers touch down. Reduce the speed a little bit. Here we are. I'm going to actually pause the game again. We are going to get out our universal depot here. I'm actually going to place that relatively close to over here because I'm going to run most of my utility setup. So I'm going to build the drone hub, everything around here. Let's go there. 2 recharge stations. This is extremely important. We're going to whip out our Stirling generators as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. We're going to just preset this up a little bit so our drones can get straight to work. We start with 1 metal extractor. Awesome. We'll run a cable out. This C for cable, automatically build. Run that right there. That's perfect. That's a good starting area. We do have another one here. And what you also want to do, or I recommend at least, we are going to pick up a metals deposit. or depot. And we are also going to pick up a concrete depot. And we're actually going to build... We're going to go 1, 2... We can always build more of these. And we're actually going to go 3 because you don't realise how quickly we go through concrete. We're going to build 2 dumping zones just over there. That's a good start. Alright, RC transport. We're actually going to send this one to work. So we're going to go gather resource, shift click to gather resources. And then we're going to return that to main base here. RC Explorer, we are going to queue up some tasks for this guy. We have a bunch of stuff to scan. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we can shift click to queue up tasks there. Increase the speed to full. And let's get to work.
Scanned.
No resources, unfortunately, in E8. Where was that? Or C8. We just scanned that one. Fast scanning is on. Thank the Lord above, because that's going to be really helpful. A lot of resources, which is really nice. It's good to see that in the starting zone. Sometimes you can get extremely unlucky, and I'm just going to check our domes, because we do have a self-sufficient one. We dump this down straight away to get colonists. We want to get colonists quickly. And we are actually competing for milestones with the other agencies. So scan anomaly, we're going to get that. Launch a rocket from Mars, find water, construct a dome. Alright.
Sector scanned.
Oh, 5 anomalies. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's just in total. We've got one over there. That's not too bad. Terraforming progress. Great.
Milestone.
Don't know if we can get that gone. Hey, scan an anomaly. 250 research.
We've discovered a magnificent vista at the site of the anomaly.
Oh, wow. Even after watching the cold splendor of the red planet for so long, Mission Control was awestruck by the beautiful footage provided by our intrepid reconnaissance vehicle. 50 new applicants are available on Earth. That's great. That's great. Let's hope we never tire of this beauty. Where's our little explorer? Cool, scanning another one. Very nice. All coming along amazingly. See, this is why we build a metals depot, because the metals is going to fill up here way too quick. The Universal stores 30 of everything. That's coming along. Research is progressing nicely. RC Explorer is still fueling up. That'll sort that out. That one's going as well. We are going to actually set up... Thinking where we set up our dome, I'm actually going to get that set up immediately. I'm not sure if we get colonists in this video, but we're going to get a dome down. Cold terrain, we're not going to do that. Thinking we build it over here. Oh, didn't mean to do that. We can spin this around.
Anomaly found.
I'm going to build it in inside the drone range area. I'm going to build a concrete extractor there, which is going to kick up dust, so I don't want that too badly. Trying to get it so it goes over that. We want them... Oh. We want them to be in reach of that underground metals deposit. That's going to allow us to get infinite funding. Blocking objects. We can actually build that there. It's just out of range though. We're going to wait for that metal to be cleared. We'll try to get this cleared. Alright, this guy, we're going to unload. What do we need to make in one of these?
Research complete.
We can afford that. We don't need a whole lot of concrete right away, at least. Let's get you guys. How much is there? 8. The drone should gather that up. Oh, that's out of range.
Sector scanned.
That's not good. Love the soundtrack for this game.
Found.
More anomalies. Just scanning away. 0 task queued up. Let's fix that. 1. Oh, I don't think that's scanned. Yeah. Bang, bang, bang. And we're still scanning, which is very nice. I'm just trying to think how we do this dome situation. Yeah, I know we found the underground. I could do that. That's still in range just. I could do it there. Anything further, it's not going to work. That is just in range. It's not, the drone hub's not going to be able to service that, but if we can, we will be able to build an extender later on, which will allow us to get the drone hub range boosted. That's going to need power. Now, I can't remember if it comes with a generator or not. I don't think it does.
Research complete.
Either way, we do have an advanced Stirling generator, which I'm going to chuck in over here on cold terrain, because this thing actually heats cold terrain. if you open it up. We're not going to send the rover down because we're not going to get him back. We'll actually put this here.
Analyzed.
Trying to think where we put this. I'll put it there. Tuck it in the corner very nicely. Perfect. New text available. Oh, wow. Awesome. Polymer factory. Rockets and shuttles require less fuel. That's an absolute killer. That's one of the best things you can get in this game. We're actually going to cancel that. We're going to cancel that. We are only going to do these. Drones move 20% faster. Game changer. Pick those up. Drones work faster on landscaping. Not a big issue at the moment. That's a helpful one later. Probes are cheaper and can deep scan. The universe is under no obligation to make sense to you. Neil deGrasse Tyson. Interesting. What else have we got? Any short ones to read? Ah, The Martian. They say once you grow crops somewhere, you've officially colonized it. Great movie, The Martian. So Andy Weir, that's the guy who wrote the book. Instructor Dome. We are picking up some of these achievements very nicely. Go back to our milestones because we are competing with the other space
Select
agencies.
a sector to scan.
We go planetary view by pressing P. We are up against Russia and India, as well as the United States, the US of A. Colony of India. They are neutral. They're -2 neutral. The US likes us. Good relations with India. We're going to rebuild relations with the US. We can do covert ops and also contact them later on. Steal drones, steal technologies, all this fun stuff. Oh, whoops! I've gone to steal drones now. Did not mean to do that. Return to Earth. I hope that's not refueling for it. Oh, I've scanned all sectors. Perfect. Nice, that'll finish up. Oh, I think we want to do along here because there might be a couple we can pick up quite easily.
Milestone achieved.
Let's go. Just found water. That's another big milestone. Launch a rocket. That's our next goal. So once the fuel's done, that'll help big time. All right, this is coming along. Let's open this up.
Anomaly found.
There you go. You can see that's actually heating the area.
We've collected valuable
Here we go.
geographic data at the site of the anomaly.
Oh man, great. Get 2 drone hub prefabs. Get 4 moisture evaporator prefabs. I'm gonna go for the drone hubs. I think they're relatively expensive to build early on because they require maintenance and construction of electronics, which are really hard to get early game. You have to really rely on resupplies, which we don't have a whole lot of money to spend on that. I'm actually going to place one here so it can service this area, and I'm going to throw down another universal depot. I'm going to back this up with my usual kind of little start here. I usually throw down 2 Stirling generators. We do have wind turbines as well we can do. A new deep space telescope. Alright, they want us to launch a telescope possibly. We could use help with the sector scanning. 10 orbital probes. Some extra resources would be welcome. We can always find a way to use extra transport. I'm going to pick the resources. We don't need orbital probes. That's not a priority currently. So we'll get some landing pads built and we can pick that up. Interesting. Is this nearly ready to go? I'm really waiting for this because this reduces it to 30 fuel instead of 50. We're going to get some... We have a ridiculous amount of concrete. What did I just do? Oh. Just trying to think where we build our landing zones. I'm going to build a couple over here because this is obviously our main sector where all the resources are going to be. And we'll build some near the dome over there because that's where our colonists are going to be arriving. 2's probably fine there. That's all we need. We'll get those built quick, smart. And I do eventually want to link up so that we can actually... Let's grab some more resources. So we can eventually link the 2.
Had found buried treasure the way our scientists were reacting.
Ooh.
It was a
Reduces the cost of
sulfur-rich
engineering
metal.
text by 10%. That's going to pay off longer term. That's a huge bonus later on when you get some of the more expensive ones. Perfect.
Research complete.
Well, everyone, we are coming up to Sol 5, and that's where we're going to call it a day for our first video. Very nice indeed. That's just been researched. You see that's been dropped to 30. We're almost halfway there. Let's get some production going. 1 fuel refinery. Get this built over here. Oh, it's on cold terrain. Does that matter? I'm not sure if it does. Look, we're not going to risk it. Can I build that there? Yes? Oh, I'll just build a pipe there just in case. That links up. That's fine. I'm actually going to build another Moxie onto this, so we've got extra... Oh, hang on. I might do a... Let's come out a little bit. We'll go one oxygen tank there. And we'll throw in another Moxie over here. That fits. And we might even get another water tank going.
Select a sector
That works
to
well. That
scan.
needs power. No scanning. Alright, nothing along there. Try to... At least the rover can still go to these ones up the top. We've got some dust devils down that way. How is our rover going? Still scanning stuff. We've got one anomaly left. Oh, there's another one over there. The worst thing to happen is when the rovers get buggered up. That's quite unfortunate. Perfect. We'll salvage that for some extra materials. It's only 5 metal, but it still helps. And now it's time to actually get some colonists down. I'm going to throw in a little... I'm going to pre-build this a little bit. Get our 12 colonists in. And we are approaching Sol 5, everyone. So that'll mean next video we will get our colonists arriving. The rocket's about to launch. We've set up a good little sturdy solid base here. We are on the high ground, so we're going to avoid most of the cold freezes, the cold snaps, dust devils, storms. We are in a nice little position. Doing pretty well for ourselves. Resources are looking relatively awesomely. 237, 142. Things are looking up. So I hope everyone has enjoyed today's video. Be sure to smash the subscribe button down below. I'll see you legends in the next one. Until next time, everyone. Goodbye!